But the magstripe era is coming to an end because of a fundamental flaw in the technology that has cost banks and businesses billions.
I was once branded as Britain's greatest fraudster.
Meet Tony. Tony knows more than most people about the magstripe's weaknesses because he used to exploit them.
I started cloning credit cards when I was 15. I'm now 48, so it was a long time ago. Skimming is where someone takes a credit card and they swipe it through a machine that takes a cloned copy of that credit card. The magstripe is so easy to skim because it's not encrypted and it's just there, open.
This is a card reader, but to people like Tony, it's called a grabber for reasons you can probably guess.
I would take one of these into someone that I had working like in a place like this, and I would ask them to just keep it down the back, away from where the customers are. The card goes behind the counter, they swipe the card, and then they take a clone of the card at the same time. The customer would be none the wiser. That's how simple it is.
Hold it there, Tony. So if skimming magstripes is this easy, when did the banks find out? Let's go back to Sean.
Very early on, people realized that copying the information on the magstripe is not any different than sort of copying one audio cassette to another.
If they knew in the 1970s, how did they possibly end up being popular?
Within the banking industry, there are lots and lots of banks. Lots of them are small. They need essentially the cheapest solution possible. So the magstripe offers that. It's low cost, it's widely available, it's easy to manufacture. It's worse than useless. It's actually really dangerous to adopt this technology.
Banks doing something they knew was risky and dangerous? Doesn't sound like them. Back to Tony.
I had a girl that was working in a delicatessens for me, and on the first Saturday that she used the grabber, she got 300 card numbers, and before you know it, I'm committing countless amounts of fraud.
And how much money were you making?
No comment.
Tony didn't clone the cards himself. He'd leave that for a techie like Sol. Seconds after plugging in the grabber, Sol has got the skimmed card details up on his laptop. The 16-digit card number, the name, expiry date, everything you need in the 90s to make a card payment.
It's all ready to be put onto the cards.
And then using a card writer, he puts that magstripe data onto a blank card.
All I have to do is press a little button, swipe the card like that, and it's written.
In total, it's taken less than 5 minutes to create this forged bank card. Well, that sounds easy. Where's the catch?
I was eventually caught. I jumped bail and I went on the run and spent the next 6 years of my life running from the police.
Ah, there's the catch. Tony was eventually sentenced to 12 months in prison.
In prison, I reformed. I learned a lot of lessons and came out a different person.
These days, Tony is fighting for the other side, advising businesses on how to avoid being the victim of fraudsters.